Greetings to everyone. So today we are going to learn how to design a DFA. Okay. So while designing a DFA, we have to check a condition that for every input symbol a comma b or 0 comma 1, there must be one transition, exactly one transition from one state to another. Okay. Then what is dead state means? So dead state is a non-accepting state from which no accepting state can be reached. So while we are designing a DFA, the string must be started from a starting state and with the intermediate state and to the final state. If suppose a state which have no transition, which has no transition for any input means we are attaching a dead state that is called as a non-accepting state. Okay. So while some state which has no transition for any input means we are using a dead state. Okay. So let's see an example. Design a DFA for the language L is equal to a power n and n is greater or equal to 1. So here the initial value of n is equal to 1. So while you are applying the value of n is equal to 1 means you will get the language AB. While you are applying n is equal to 2 means you will get AAB. While you are applying n is equal to 3 means you will get AAAB and this goes on. So here the language containing some set of strings of one or more A followed by A exactly one B. So it ends with B. But the A may be varying, right? So while designing a DFA, first we are going to start with a starting state. It is marked as Q0 and the starting state will be represented as a circle with an arrow. So Q0, it's a starting state. So here the a power n means first time it will take a, next time it will take a, right? So we can use the self transition for this input a. Okay. So for a, b means first only one a, it takes the self transition, it will be moves only one time. And a means the self transition done for two times. Okay. Then B. See in this example, all the strings are ends with B. So next we are giving this input B with a transition from Q0 to Q1. Okay. So now it is reached the final state. That is we are ending with B. So A, B, it reaches the final state. Okay. So let's see how the strings are moving to the final state means. For example, if you are taking A, B means first it will move with the same, remains the same state Q0. Next time again in Q0. Next time again in the Q0. Three times it moves to the same state. Then B. So it reaches the final state Q1. Now we have to check. We are designed the DFA, right? So here the condition is for every input there must be exactly one transition. So in Q0 there is a transition for A and also B. But in Q0, there is no transition with the input A and B. So we are using a dead state Q2. Okay, it's a non-accepting state. Just we are using a arrow from Q1 to this dead state with the input symbol AB and also with this Q2 with the same self transition A comma. Okay, so A comma B means it takes only one symbol at a time. Okay, always in DFA or NFA while designing, we have to use the input symbols in the transition. That means it will takes a input at a time, only one input at a time. Okay, so likewise we have to design a DFA for the given language L is equal to A power B. Okay, thank you.